Hello, my name is Bruce Marshall from Emerson Swan, and today I'm going to show you an example of one of the many features in the FloPro designer software from Taco. So let's do a simple heat loss calculation on a small building.
Start again. So here we are at the screen that you're going to see when you start your drawing. We're going to have a blank template here. So we'll go up, we're going to create our building, so we'll go up here and click on this little icon that says wall, and we left click on that, and you'll see that the cursor now turns into a pencil, and we have some red lines, and we want to superimpose the red line over the green line, and that becomes our starting point. Now at this point the pencil is not on the paper. One left click puts the pencil on the paper, and we're going to now draw our wall. In that little box with the number, you can see how many feet your wall is going to be. So as I extend my mouse over to the right, I'm going to click on 30 feet. So I'm going to stop at 30, and I now have a 30-foot wall. At this point I want to change directions, so that is another left click on the mouse, and now we're going to change directions and go down, and we'll go down to 20 feet. And we'll stop at 20. Another left click, we change directions again, and we'll go over to the left and draw another 30-foot wall. And once we get over to that green line, and we can see the 30, so we always know where we are, left click again and go up, and we'll intersect with our first 30-foot wall. And once we get there, we left click again, and that stops it. And now we have to take the pencil off the paper, so that's a right click. And as you can see, now the pencil's off the paper, and one more right click and we return to the cursor. So now we have constructed a room or a building that is 30 by 20 or 600 square feet. We have a heat loss and heat gain number here, 17,100 BTUs for heat loss and 3,900 BTUs for heat gain, and of course that's red and blue signifies heating and cooling. So now we have our 4 walls built, but we have to tell the program what the walls consist of. So we can edit all 4 walls at once by holding down the control key and clicking on each wall. So we're going to click on that wall, we're going to click on this wall, click down here, this is one left click, and click over there. So now we have 4 green dots on each corner. That signifies that we are editing this entire object. So now we can click on any one of these walls, and we're going to right click on that, and a little box comes up that says Properties. So we're going to go to Properties, and another box will come up, and you can see that we have wall 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is what we're editing. At this point, the program will assume an 8-foot average height. So if that's your height, fine. If it's not, you change that there. And this is, if it's a basement, you would put a number in here that's average height below grade. But we're going to assume for this job that this is a slab house, so there's 0 below grade. And now we tell it what the wall consists of. The program will default to a brick wall with sheathing, bad insulation, and gypsum board. But we can change that by going to this pull down, and we have several choices of wall construction. For this exercise, we will go with wood siding, sheathing, and bad insulation. So we'll click on that. It then goes to the R factor of those walls. We also have a choice now of 3 construction types: light, medium, and heavy. So if it's a brand new house, if it's a new building, you might go with heavy construction. If you wanted to go with middle of the road, you would go with medium. And again, for this exercise, we'll go with light, because that's going to give us the most leeway in terms of heat loss. So we'll go with that light construction, click on OK, and we can see that our number has changed a little bit. Our number has gone from 17,100 to 17,300 BTUs for heat loss. So we now have our building. We have to now put some windows and doors in this building. So we'll go back up here to this little icon up on the left that says window, and we'll click on that, and you see a yellow line that represents a window. So we just bring that over and drop that somewhere into the building. And as soon as we drop that into the building, we just created a hole in the building. Our heat loss is increased because, again, we put a hole in the building. So we'll put some more windows in. We'll go back up here and we'll get another window and put that in the front of the building. And we'll go here and get another window and put one in the side. And we can, if we don't like where we put it, we can always move it. When we get those green dots, we're editing the object, so we can move that window down there. And we'll go back up here and get another window and drop it in over here on this side. And again, I'd like to even it off, so we'll just move it up. And we'll get a couple more windows and throw them down here. And as we put these holes in the building, we can see that our heat loss is increasing. We're now up to 21.4. So now we're going to edit the windows. So we'll hold down the control key, we'll click on a window, another one here. We'll click on each window as we go, and when we right click on any window, it doesn't matter, we're going to be editing them all. So here's our windows 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. We have all our windows. And now we're going to change our length, because this program will default to 5 by 5, and we're going to change that to a 3. So we're going to change that to a 3. We click apply, and we see the windows just got smaller. As we can see, they all went from 5 by 5 to 3 by 5. And down here on this box, it's going to default to double glass heat absorbing. You go to the pull down and you have different choices. You could have heat absorbing, regular, single glass, regular, or triple glass. So we'll go to regular double glass windows. And we'll click on this, and now our heat loss has gone to 20,800. Let's put some doors in this building. So we'll go click on this little icon over here, and a door, little brown line that signifies a door appears. Again, our heat loss is increased. We'll click on another door. We'll put a back door in this building. And as you can see, as we're going, our heat loss is increasing. So now we started off with 17,100. We put all these holes in this building. Our heat loss is now up to 21,700. Our heat gain is at 10,500.
What you've just seen is only a small sample of what FloPro can do. If you want to learn more about FloPro designer software from Taco, or schedule a training class, please visit our website at www.emersonswan.com. Thank you.